Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kati and today I have the September journaling pages for you and I have a new layout. It was because I was trying to rekindle my joy of journaling and creativity. So here is the big reveal. It's not a huge difference, but a bit. So I still use the Hobonichi stencils for drawing all of these, but as you can see, I have something new, but actually it is something very old. So I have these stencils from my childhood, because here it says like 1987 is the copyright, and I think, as you can see, I have been coloring these, so I think these are actually from the 80s. So these are pretty old, but now I just thought that, well, if I like to use stencils, why not get a use for these? And these are like, if these aren't familiar to you, these are Tupperware stencils. It says Tupper Toys. So I have been enjoying trying these out. As you can see, the bunny and this 400, and it's a bit of a change and I have enjoyed it a lot. I still use the Hobonichi Jetstream for drawing the pictures, but I started also to use this, everything that I write I do with this Platinum Preppy, and I have a carbon ink cartridge inside so that I can color over the text also. And then I also started to use some other pens than just the mild liner. I still have one mild liner per week, but I also have started to use some old brush pens. For example, these Memento dual markers, which I bought last year from Hobonichi. I have enjoyed these now again, and then I found these very old, like, okay, not from the 80s but I think from 2015 or 17, something like that, I think. So these thick Wink of brush Stella brush pens, and these are like glittery inks. So this 400 is in this glitter gold, and I have just enjoyed using a bit of different pens and really trying to be a little more creative. And here, yes, I bought some new Pilot Friction highlighters, which I was testing there, and I got 400 subscribers, and that's a huge number. So I wanted to have it huge also in my journal. Here I wrote that I have a good feeling without a Hobonichi panic, because here was the Hobonichi release and I decided that I'm not going to buy anything from the release this year. So this layout, every evening I write here on the right side a few things about that day. So something that I'm grateful for, something special that happened. I try to write only positive things, like things I want to remember, so when I go back to this journal someday in the future, I don't spark any negative or unwanted memories. And then this page I do after the week. So during the week I use these these sticky notes that I got very cheap and which were very bad. So I use these, I put for every day, I put one sticky note and then just write here quickly what I maybe want to draw here. So I pull here some ideas what would be nice to really draw and remember. And then when the week is gone, I do this drawing, because then I can do some bigger things. So I can like pull those things that I really want to remember or are just fun. Like here we went to the summer cottage, and there we went to the farm there in the neighborhood. So there was some kitties and sheep and a lot of other animals, but those fit in here. And this was like the real, well, okay, I did those, but as you can see, some color differences. And I just now try to be like more creative. That's the best way to say it, because because from the freedom of to be creative, then I think comes the joy of journaling, because I can really do whatever I want. So now I just really try to do it. And then I bought the HB90 Bootcamp course from Sarra and the kick-off call was here on this Sunday, so that's why it's big here. If you don't know, this comes from heart breathings, and it's the 90-day planning system, so 1 quarter at a time. Here I actually then decided like a bit of against this, because I think that creativity sparks or flourishes if you give it like strict limits. So that's one reason why I have these pens that I mostly use here, because then I have just a limited amount, and that's better for creativity, I think. And then also what I now did, I decided beforehand what color mite liners I will use each week, and here is my plan. So this comes again from the quarterly planning. So on the first week I use this color, so it's this what I have here, and then I just can look at what week it is going in the quarter and I choose that color. So this was the 12th week of the 3rd quarter this week. So this makes it easier for me, because I have been stressing a bit about what color to use, and then I have always check if I use that color just a week before and so on. So this I chose 13 nice colors and put them in an order. So here's now my plan to which color I use which week. And here actually I think the best thing was that I found some A5 paper from an office store here close by. So, and that's again about this HB90 course, because I wanted to print the planner that I get with the course, and she gives us A5 or letter size, and I think letter size is it's like a huge planner, and letter size paper is difficult to get here in Finland. I don't know if it's even impossible if you don't order it abroad. So I was happy to get A5 paper, because I didn't want to start cutting A4 papers in halves. That's like unnecessary work, I think, in my mind. So I wanted to get the paper ready cut, and I found it and I was so happy. Well, it's not good quality, but it's A5, so that will go now. I did my paper planks order, and here it arrived, and I bought a new candle for me again, made of olive oil, this time a green one. I didn't have the right shade of green, but that will go. And then here I printed the HB90 planner in A5 size, and then here I made, or like tuned, I had a very old like ring binder it's about 10 years old, and it was faux leather, and the leather was already like falling into pieces when you touch it. You have all over these it was so I took the leather off and made it a cork cover. So as you can see, it's the same fabric. This time I chose blue stitching, and this is now my A5 ring binder, and it's a 2-ring binder, it's not a 6-ring binder, and I actually prefer that. So here I then have the HB90 method planner, and I just love it. It's like I made it myself, like put the cork here, and it took me a few days when I was doing it. And here in the back this was in the binder before, so I left this pocket here, and here I have some motivation stickers for my Kanban board, and and these were also, these dividers were in this calendar before, or this binder. So I was so proud of myself when I got this finished, because it took a lot of hours, but I just think it's beautiful. And this was also, I wanted to do this because next year I'm not going to have any Hobonichi Weeks, so I'm not going to use these Hobonichi Weeks cork covers. So now I have, at least if I keep using the A5, so I have at least something in this beautiful cork fabric. Ah, yes, and as you can see, I'm so creative. So I started to listen to a new podcast, and of course, just afterwards if it was good or not. So actually I have enjoyed it very much. So I think I started it here on Saturday, so I wanted to get this for this week as a memory. And it's the Your Dream Life with Kristina Karlsson podcast, and she's the one who has started the KikiK planner company, and I have just enjoyed the podcast. Now I think I'm on episode 6 or something, but it's just like, at least for now, it has been only women talking about their dreams and making them a reality. So I have enjoyed it very much. I think it's like inspiring. And here we are already, it's already the last week of September. So Q4 started here on Monday, like in this HB90 method system, because she starts the new quarter on the Monday when the first day of the quarter is. And I think that's good, because I also like to plan my life in weeks. So not from the middle of a week. So I think that's good. I like to do that too. And here I did my paper planks unboxing, which now I'm confused about the weeks. This was last week. Oh yeah. So last Monday started the new quarter, and I finished my Q4 Kanban board, and here I was trying to do some shadowing. I don't know if that was a complete success, but at least I tried. Here on Tuesday, YouTube recommended me a video from Sarra Martinez. It was this slip pocket insert hack and tutorial for the 5-year Hobonichi in a traveler's notebook, and I was so excited, and I watched it. And then after watching it, I realized that the video was like over 2 years old. It was from February 2019, but I was happy that I saw it now, because I finally get use for my A6TN, and my Hobonichi 5-year Hobonichi didn't have any cover, so I was so happy to try this A6TN cover, and I enjoy it. And I have here a text, so this is it, mein Leben, just do it. So that's the reason why I'm not ready to sell this cover maybe ever, because that's so personal, and I don't know if that works for anybody else, because it's English and Deutsch, so German. But it's perfect because I use a pencil and I have a pen loop, so it fits there. And here you can see my pocket. So I put my new washi here because I didn't like the white side, and I put washi here because I didn't like the book moving in this pocket. So now it stays put, and that's way I can have it in this TN cover without the book getting any damage. So I think it's nice. It works for the A5 Hobonichi, and because I haven't had any use for this cover, and I was now so happy that I get a use for it. And I think this description is good for my 5-year Hobonichi. And I will link that video here below if you also want to do a pocket for some, because you can do it for any book that you just want to have in a TN cover without the string going inside the book. And here on the last day I again went for my favorite kind of bike ride. So I went to the bookstore that sells Midori notebooks. Just comparing to the old one, let's see, I kinda miss my sleep and exercise tracker. I could fit them here, of course, so I don't know if I will get them back or if I start tracking them somewhere else, but now I haven't done those anywhere. But otherwise I have really enjoyed this, because it, as you can see, it sparks my creativity, and I really enjoy that I don't have to choose the color, so I just can check here what's the color of the week. And I enjoy that I can use my old pens that haven't been used for many years, so it's like hashtag use what you have. And especially these old stencils from way back. I don't know when I have gotten these as a child, but it's just fun to use these. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. And thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day. I see you soon. Bye bye.